rise. The court is adjourned.
You may be seated. I understand the jury has reached a verdict.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, both sides ready for the verdict to be returned? All right, bring the jury back. Deputy, please. Thanks.
Jury enters the hearing before you.
Thank you.
All jurors present, please.
Thank you. Juror number 3, I understand you are the foreperson.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have the verdict forms?
I do, ma'am.
Can you hand those to my bailiff? And then you may be seated. Thank you. All right. Defense, if you want to rise with your client. Madam Clerk, if you'll publish the jury verdict by seat number only.
In the courts of the 6th Judicial Circuit in and for Pasco County, Florida, State of Florida versus Dale Glenn Massad, case number 2019 CF 001580 CFAXWS. Information for count 1, conspiracy to obstruct justice. We, the jury, finds as follows. The defendant is guilty of conspiracy to obstruct justice as charged in the information. So say we all, this 25th day of June, 2019. Signed, foreperson, juror number 3. Information for count 2, use of a two-way communications device. We, the jury, finds as follows. The defendant is guilty of use of a two-way communications device as charged in the information. So say we all, this 25th day of June, 2019. Signed, juror foreperson, number 3.
Thank you. Does the defense wish to have the jury poll?
Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, the clerk is going to read your seat number, and she's going to ask you if the verdicts that she has just read into the record are in fact the verdicts that you've rendered individually. The answer will be yes or no. By seat number, please.
Juror number 1, are the verdicts rendered your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 2, are the verdicts rendered your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 3, are the verdicts rendered your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 4, are the verdicts rendered your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 5, are the verdicts rendered your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 6, are the verdicts rendered your verdicts?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Defense may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I wish to thank you for your time and consideration in this case. I also wish to advise you of some very special privileges you enjoy as jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that have occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon you as jurors for consideration in such difficult cases. We have recognized for hundreds of years that your jury deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain your private affair as long as you wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about your jury work. Although you are now at liberty individually to speak with anyone about your deliberations, you are also at liberty to refuse to speak to anyone. A request to discuss either your verdict or your deliberations may come from those who are simply curious, from those who might seek to find fault with you, from the media, from the attorneys, and elsewhere. It is up to you individually to decide whether to preserve your privacy as jurors. Each of you, I have a certificate of appreciation. I also have your phones and your electronic devices for you. At this time, if you want to take your jury badge and just leave it right down in front of you. We are going to move on with some other discussions in this case, but for you, you're more than welcome to stay after I release you, but you're also more than welcome to go home. All those rules about tweeting, texting, blogging, writing anything on Facebook, all lifted. Say, do whatever you wish going forward. At this time, I'll excuse you as jurors and thank you for your time and attention. If you want to remain, you can have a seat in the back, or you can just run away. Thank you all very much. Vince, if you wish to approach the podium with your client, please.
Go back.
Do what?
Go to the back, over there.
Mr. Massey, the jury having returned a verdict in case number 19 CF 1580 to one count of conspiracy to obstruct justice and one count of use of a two-way communication device. At this time, I adjudicate you guilty. You have two other cases pending. I know the statewide prosecutor is here for one case and the state attorney's office is here. They are representing the state for the other case. Mr. DeFlamin, what is it that you wish to do tonight?
Judge, I don't think we can do much more than order a pre-sentence investigation. He certainly is entitled to one, and it probably would be better for the court to see the resolution of the other cases for the purpose of points and the rest of the aspects of it.
I have no problem with that. He will be held zero bond pending the outcome of the other cases. Once those are resolved, all of those should go on the same score sheet so we can determine what a proper sentence would be under the guidelines. So at this time, I'm going to remand him on zero bond on case number 19 CF 1580. We have a pretrial set in both 19-1154 today and 19-1155. What time frame are you looking for an additional pretrial on those two cases?
What do you think? August? Beginning of August?
Could we set another pre-trial sometime in towards the end of July?
I have, if both statewide prosecutor and the state attorney's office is available and you all are available, I have July 30th at 1:30.
That's fine with me, Ron.
That works for us, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lawhorn.
If I could have a moment just to check my calendar.
Sure, you two probably have bigger calendars than everybody else around here.
And what time are you on?
1:30?
I have on the 30th, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I have the motion hearings in Bartow on a capital case.
How about the 31st?
I'm available that day, Ron.
That works for us as well, Judge.
Any chance we could do it on the 29th, Your Honor? I have a trial, it's a misdemeanor trial, I don't think it's gonna go.
The problem is that the 29th is a regular defense
Okay.
attorney pretrial calendar, and I don't know if you all have any long motions that you intend to, I mean, it's a general, it's a big,
Right.
calendar.
How about, I'm available all day on August 1st.
State? Both sides?
I'm available whenever the court meets.
That should work for us as well.
All right, why don't we make it on August 1st at 1:30?
Thank you.
Sure. The Fleming, does that work for you?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So, Mr. Massive, you'll be remanded at this time on the two open cases, 19-1154 and 55. Your pretrial will be August 1st at 1:30 on both cases. And this case will be, I'm just going to set it as sentencing, knowing that it's probably not a sentence, but it'll kind of go along.
Okay.
So 19 CF 1580 will be sentencing for a sentencing status check on that same date. I just want to make sure the numbers go along. And he'll be remanded to be fingerprinted tonight. I'll sign the order for remand, and we'll see him back on August 1st at 1:30. Is there any other motions that you intend to file tonight?
Tonight, no.
Not tonight.
Okay, all right, we'll be adjourned.
What? Are they gonna do
know, hold off on that. I don't know what they're, I'm not sure what they're saying there. We'll see what's going on.
Okay.